hopefully we'll be done with this pause pretty soon. There we go. There we go. All right, so as we get started here, let's take a look at the builds. Immediately, ShadowQ not building anything. Going into Bluestone Pendant. Okay, so what we're going to see here is ShadowQ is going to attempt to apply insane amounts of pressure in the early game. It looks like he's built 3 multi-potions and 2 wards, Mace to the face, going into the normal meta start. Tiny Trinket, but he has gone into 2 mana pots as opposed to 2 health pots. A curious start. Right side here, nothing too crazy. Bastet, Bluestone Pendant, very mana dependent, going into Morning Star as well. Remember, this does get 15 physical power. All right, so Mace moving forward here. Kind of surprised, I'm sorry, this is Mark, to not see a heavy hammer or something similar coming out. Instead, is going the normal meta start. Heart Bomb not going to quite hit Jaco Potter. Even if it did, wouldn't have resulted in much. And it looks like the boys in blue are going to start to retreat here. On the top side, TV has backed already. He has placed his wards both at the blue buff on left and, of course, at the mid camp on right. Huh.
Important thing to note here is that 5 a.m. does have the double hog start. Could easily invade Polyjuice Blue on the right side.
That's true. It looks like Friendly Lad is going to do that, but will be spotted out as Xing is not letting any shenanigans happen. In fact, there's going to be an invade here. Kabam's going to walk away from this one. It looks like Friendly Lad will immediately start to rotate down towards the blue buff, which is the smart counterplay. If you're going to be giving it up, you should go for it immediately. What I also would have liked to see is perhaps more pressure going into the mid lane, maybe even TV rotate over towards the small camp. Double camp on top will be taken. Friendly Lad going to be able to drop away this blue buff, and it looks like Kabam not going to apply pressure anywhere. Took a very poor route off the top side, and that will result in a very slow rotation for him. Friendly Lad going to have a hard time getting back in. Xing, level 2, could find first blood with the speed buff here. Deathbane able to escape the double tap as Kabam will rotate around in the longest way possible. A lot of experience loss. And a beautiful start from 5 Angry Men led by Xing. It really seems like Xing's proper callouts and great rotations are going to play great benefit to this team. All right, so they're grouping them up here. Nice use of a combo here. The best uses Tremors to group them up closer so that they can use the Berserker Barrage to keep them locked down. Jaco Potter extremely low in the health department right now. Has his health potion ticking, but already Mace to the Face has taken a huge chunk of his life. Bottom side, Xing and the best cleaning up this blue buff. And really not too much experience is going to be lost here. Really great start coming out from 5 Angry Men. Left side, Cupid beautifully using the hearts to make sure, or no, he's not using the hearts. Again, we're seeing double heart bomb into Flutter. This is very curious, considering that he didn't go into mana regen. He is doing a great job with his mana so far. It looks like Shadow is actually the one using his mana a lot. Taking a look, he has not gone into Master's Will. Instead, 2 levels into the Cudgel, which will do a small amount of bonus damage to creeps, though right now he is using them to try to clear out TV. Mid lane, Jaco and Mace both sitting about the same amount of health as we're going to see more camp splitting coming out. No, Xing getting very greedy here. Might be able to spot here. Watch for the Spirit Ball. There's the stun. There's no. Second one doesn't go in. Xing out of mana here, but look at the beautiful rotation from ShadowQ. We're going to check in with the top side here as Bastet Fan in a lot of trouble. That's guaranteed to be first blood, guys. 5 Angry Men taking that immediately. No! Friendly Lad able to take the first blood away. Bastet Fan not dead yet. Xing taking a lot of damage. Mark to the Face able to finally pick it off there as the hearts go off. Friendly Lad able to jump away with the heart bomb. Shouldn't be a kill, but they do manage to secure the first blood with a great amount of control coming out from TV. Jaco Potter has put himself in a terrible position. Flutter not available for 7. Won't be able to answer back with Xing with a great rotation to mid to ensure the experience goes off, but not giving up just yet. They do have a negative, but Polyjuice able to answer back. The best now, level 5, not going to have a great amount of ultimate usage going up against Chronos here, but still controls the lane quite decently. Left side mid camp is going to be coming up in a few seconds, and it looks like Xing's ready for it. Friendly Lad here doesn't recognize that he might be in some trouble. Neyrama going to take a small shot there, including the Master's Will. Going to get stunned out. Shadow using a lot of his mana here. Expect him to either go back to dual lane or back. No, he's going into mid with that amount of mana. Granted, he does have the Bluestone Pendant. Every 5 seconds, 4% of the mana comes back, so it actually winds up being pretty useful. Let's take a look at Friendly Lad here. What's he looking for? Is he going to go for it? Cobra's Kiss will hit once, and that's all he's going to get. All right, shot coming out from Jaco. Undeterred is Mace. You can see Shadow right now, level 5. Still has his ultimate. Can't be burned down. Circle of Protection available as well. Friendly Lad rotating towards the top. A level behind Xing at this stage in the game. It should be noted that Xing has started his jungle resurgence here, but take a look at the 4-man grouping. Mace doesn't know. Yep, he's going in there. Friendly Lad could be in some trouble. Nice stun coming out. Beautiful ult, but Xing is going to be able to clean. No, Xing drops it. Doesn't get the double tap. Spirit Ball not going to go off there. Mace to the face, taking a lot of damage, but it looks like Best and Xing will be able to clean up once again. The speed buff has no rotation relevantly coming out from TV, who rotates back to the mid lane to help the push. Potter already behind a little bit here. As you can see, Mace is level 6. Experience difference 2,000 in favor of 5 Angry Men, really showing veteran map control. What is Xing doing? Is he lost? A semi-proxy there. Will be able to escape cleanly. No pressure coming out. Still 1-1, gold even. And we do have a pause from Mace as Xing has hit DC. So we're going to wait this one out here. All right, so while we're waiting here for the DC to come through, let's talk to Bacon a little bit about what's going wrong for Poly.
They just don't have control of their own jungle right now. They're being pressured too hard.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. Yeah,
it's understandable because, like I said earlier, 5AM has an amazing early game team. They have a lot of control with Thor, Kabrakan, Isis, and Wukong. They all have really good early game CC.
You know, speaking of Kabrakan, I'm very excited to see what Best is going to choose to build here. Taking a look at Golden Hand, he's sitting at 1900. I don't think that we're going to see a Witchblade. I think that he's going to try to stall this out and go for the well, maybe not the Mystical Mail. That's magic. So, I don't know. What do you think? Maybe Heartward Amulet? Early?
Heartward Amulet, or he might just go, he might just want the movement speed and go into boots and then maybe into, like, it's not seen very often, but maybe a Void Stone?
Okay, Void Stone would increase his penetration as an aura as well as his defense and damage. Heartward Amulet would oh wait, he can't buy the Heartward Amulet. That's a physical power item.
Is it really?
I'm sorry, not Heartward Amulet. I'm thinking of the shield now that reduces the magic power. That's the physical item thing.
Runic
Heartward.
Shield.
Runic Shield.
Is it Runic Shield? I thought Runic Shield
Runic
was the
Shield.
healing increase.
That's the green one. Fucking
Regrowth.
Regrowth, yeah.
God, there's so many item changes. This is why the practice is good, though. It looks like we're still... Or Xing should... It looks like he's back in. We'll fast forward a little bit. That's all we're getting. It says Xing is back in here. I don't know if we'll get started. Hopefully their connection issues will be done soon.
Brandon, you have the stuff out of order as well. I just noticed.
I am the worst.
Somehow I messed up my spectator. I'm not I don't have it the way you do.
You're probably hitting buttons.
On accident, I believe I did.
All right, so we're back into it, guys. 1-1, still a huge experience difference, and now gold difference for 5 Angry Men. Actually, no, the gold difference is very small here. I don't know why it's reflected so highly on the map. I think that might be a spectator glitch or a glitch with the new server, so excuse this issue. This is the gold difference right now. It is even experience difference, however, vastly in favor, it seems, of 5 Angry Men. Best using a lot of his cooldowns there to try to answer some damage back. Kabam needs a big hit. No, just barely misses it. Good camp splitting coming out from Mace. Great rotations. Best not getting a piece of that, but he will get a piece of the blue buff, it seems. Nothing on the top side of the jungle here. Left side, it looks like Shadow could be in some trouble. Still has his ultimate, though. Not too much going down. Friendly Lad, though. A lot of trouble, taking a lot of damage, rotating out. You see Mace to the face and Jaco as well, but honestly, I don't see much of anything coming out. Also right there, I think I would have liked to see Jaco go towards the mid lane as opposed to away from it, but not a bad play. Check out Xing here, perfect timers. He's going to spot Lad, and that's going to force him out. Mace still coming forth here. Spirit Ball gonna miss completely with a 4-man rotation to a red buff. Still got a few seconds here. It looks like off the team trying to trade out a little bit, and that's going to be a guaranteed death. Moji will go down, giving that one to the support. This should be a Gold Fury here. It looks like Shadow's going to start it up in just a second. They do have the ward coverage. They bait out TV. Double stun. No double tap, though. And it looks like, yeah, that'll probably be a kill. Circle of Protection will be able to clean that one up. And that'll be a beautiful one. Another kill going to the support. Jaco not able to clean that up. 3-1 going the way of 5 Angry Men right side. Kabam continues to try to farm against the best, who clearly has the better of him 2 levels ahead. Force the rewind inside the Tremors. Perhaps, given the fact that it's Golden Sash, this is going to be Warlocks. Can the best find it? Yes. Could be a big hit. Nice ultimate. Tremors finds it. The best gets a huge kill to Kabam and left. Or, I'm sorry, right. You know. There's a difference. Red buff coming up on the bottom side. Shadow, strangely, going to be there by himself. Oh, no, picks it up. It was already taken. Top side, red buff has respawned, and 5 Angry Men have a huge lead now. It says 700. Top says close to 2,000. I don't know what to believe.
It's closer to 2,000.
Yeah, it looks like it's much closer to 2,000. So the graph a little bit off in the gold difference here. Experience difference seems about right. 5 Angry Men with a huge start coming out here.
How do you feel about Shadow's first item, Magi's?
All right, so Shadow Q's, has gone into first item, Magi's Blessing. This is going to give him health, cooldown reduction, which will be pretty strong. Friendly Lad actually just lost his ambush there on the stun. Looks like Thor not going to be in too much trouble. In fact, going to be able to turn that one around. Can he find the double tap? No! Spirit Ball's going to find it, though. Friendly Lad gets caught out. TV trying to rotate, doesn't find the correct wall. Mace going to get double stun there. Circle of Protection should be able to heal him up, but he still goes down to Jaco. Stun coming out there from Shadow. Puts himself in a weird spot, but should have his ultimate up. Yes, he does. I don't see him having too much trouble getting out of that one. Xing puts himself way in the back line and will be able to get out there. Experience difference 4,700, and the gold difference on the top looks like it's still sitting at about 2K. Mark pushing Moji just clean away, forced to jump to her tower here. The best finds another kill onto Kabam, despite the fact that that was a huge favor for Kabam right now. He is only level 9. Mark, I think, predictably finds Moji in the duo lane without any trouble whatsoever. Cupid's really showing his strength here. Jaco heading back to the base left side. Camp's going immediately to Xing, and they're going to be able to start this one up. Now, Unfriendly Lad is here. He will be spotted. Looks like Spirit Ball and the Silence will have a little bit of DR. This is getting lower. Shadow Q does have hand 3. Friendly Lad recognizes that, and the lead extends even farther. That's going to be another 2 free kills that they found, plus the Gold Fury puts them up now about 4,400 gold. That's a huge swing at this stage in the game. 5 Angry Men really coming to play. They're really showing themselves as a potential top 4 team this season. Friendly Lad going into the tower there, actually sending much less damage to the best than I think he expected. A smart build here from the best into Warlock Sash. Not a great early game, but a damn good mid game. And 4 levels ahead, you know there's no way in hell that Kabam is going to be able to contend with this. The best is probably just find it. sit there and tank that up. In fact, getting 6 more stacks onto that into that Warlocks, there's really nothing that he has to fear. Going towards the bottom side, expect to see the rotation coming out from Shing here to ensure they camp split. Does he have Hand? No. Shing will actually go to the blue buff first. If Hand of the Gods was available, he probably would have done the small camp to begin with to try to limit his pathing, but he's going to take this and possibly go back. Mid camps on right are coming up pretty soon, so we'll see what he decides. It looks like he's going to take the time to go back. Gold in hand right now, 1,660. That'll be able to finish up Mace in just under 10 seconds, so huge play there for Shing. Thor's about to become massive.
One thing I do want to note is, even with Mace's early game pressure and his assists and the camp steals, that Jaco is still ahead of him and experience.
You know, I mean, Jaco Malfoy, I think repeatedly showing he's possibly the strongest member on the team, consistently finding great opportunities to farm. Speaking of farming, Shing putting Kabam on that farm status, 0 and 3 now with a Doom Orb and nothing but that in boots. Kabam having a lot of trouble as we're going to see a 3-man rush to the left side. Looks like TV and Moji will be able to spot that out, and the back off will happen. Mace, level 10 right now. Almost level 11 compared to Shadowq, who's almost level 12, though it should be noted that Shadowq does have an extra kill and has been a part of a lot more objectives at this stage in the game. No freeze there. A little bit surprising. I thought they were going to try to strip away the Magi's. Friendly Lad actually finding a kill over on the right side. Shing getting too greedy for his own good. Gives up a kill. Now it's going to be up to Kabam to see what he can take off of it. Now, with the rotation coming back from the best, Kabam should be careful here. Still a 4-level differential between the two characters, and that's big. Top side, Mace to the face. Looks like he utilized an Aegis there pretty well, but still winds up going down. 2 members right now of 5 Angry Men currently in respawn, both Mace and Shing. Mace level 11 right now, comparatively to Jaco Potter, the only person who's ahead on his role for the Polyjuice squad. Right side, Best making a rotation to top side. I think he's looking at the speed buff here. I think he hears it. I don't know that he has a line to it, but he has a damn good amount of damage, and it looks like he's going to try for something. Cobra's Kiss going to miss there. What can Bomb do? Where was the stop time? Stun coming out from Potter. Stun coming out from Kabam. No stun, however, coming out from TV. And strangely, Lad there not going to use his ultimate, and that's because he did use it on Shing. Speaking of the devil, and he appears. Shing almost finding a return kill. So it looks like a 1-for-1 almost death here, even though Best is rotating back, even with a small amount of health. Don't underestimate Cabrakan, the destroyer of mountains. Not afraid whatsoever, going right in, clears the wave up with a Hand of the Gods usage, and it should be noted that he has Reinforced Greaves online for extra tankiness, 100 health, cool crowd control reduction, movement speed, okay amount of magical power. But he has bought into Hand here, and it looks like a full blink as well. He blinks in and takes the blue buff, 45-second cooldown, well used in my opinion. Left side tower has gone down here. Moji getting manhandled by this Cupid. Just doesn't have the damage to keep him locked down. The Heartseeker just isn't strong enough. Friendly Lad here goes for the ultimate. Does he get the kickback? No! It looks like Mark's still trying to keep the dream up here. Moji not able to jump through. A absolutely textbook perfect ultimate coming out from Mark for defense. Let's take a look at the backside here, as it seems that Shadow and Mace have rotated in. The brothers trying to make sure they create enough space here to get this Gold Fury online safely. The Gold Fury swooping down. She's going to land here in just a second, and it looks like the boys in red, and actually the girl in red, are going to be forced away. Level 10 TV here really not going to have any pressure. Their jungle's getting stolen, and they don't have much they can say about it. We're looking at Friendly Lad here, 2 levels behind. Shing double tap. Berserker's gonna force the ambush, stealing away the camp as well. Nice play. Oh, and look, what? Why did he do that? Not sure what the intention was there. Jaco in the mid lane now, still 3 levels behind Best. clearly showing his dominance in the game. I don't think there are many people who would take a look at the stats right now and not consider Best the best player in this game currently out of the 10. I mean, he is just complete control of his lane. He's going to blink in. He's going to show Kabam what's up. Kabam does answer the tier 1 here. Rewind going to give him a lot back. He does take a tower shot here. Best taking a lot of damage. The Gold Fury does go down once again in favor of 5 Angry Men. And the fight turns to the mid lane here is Unfriendly Lad. In a lot of trouble. Mace taking some damage here. Cat's going to go down. Aegis going to be used. TV not quite finding the kill, but Kabam does in the back line. Potter still alive. Shing forced away. Mace going to be going up into the air here. I don't expect him to get too crazy. Nice bait coming up from Moji. TV's in a lot of trouble there, and beautiful hearts thrown to make sure his team can stay alive for the siege of the tier 1, so they should choose to do it. And it looks like they will. Jaco very low on health. Kabam backing, and I just don't see what Jaco's going to try to do here. Beautiful dash in. Potter dead to rights here. Best blinks in and gets a huge shot. I kind of expect a surrender vote coming out after that one. There's a 7,000 gold difference. There's a 12,000 experience difference, and it just doesn't look like 5 Angry Men are going to stop here. Let's check in with Dust. Dust, what happened in the Hunter lane?
Nothing happened in the Hunter lane. Both Hunters were in the middle lane trying to fight it out.
Right. I meant what happened. Why is Moji behind?
Oh, Moji got pushed out very early by the Cupid and couldn't get in very much, and every time she pounced in, Mark cleverly put down his ult and crippled the jump back and just heart-bombed his way to victory.
So, you know, taking a look at Moji's build now, that's probably why you see the beads. She's been baited by the Fields of Love repeatedly. An ultimate that was always considered very good, but Cupid itself was considered a very weak character. Most notably because his laning phase was poor. He couldn't clear effectively. But recent nerfs to the entire Hunter role have stripped away the ability to clear for pretty much every Hunter in the game, making Cupid not only an even level, but now very dangerous considering the blue buff has also gone. Remember, for those of you at home, the blue buff is no longer on the left side of the map, and Share the Love will actually wind up giving him a net gain of 130 mana per usage, making it very, very effective. Now, eyes on the Best here. Blink is up. They could go deep here. Kabam forced away. 5 Angry Men here. Oh, Shing going real deep here. Can Best counter? No, he gave up the rewind activation, and it looks like Mace is getting pretty low. Best blinks in. Ults Potter here under the Phoenix and finds a huge burst kill.
Oh.
Really showing the power of Fat Loki there, showing why they call him Kabroken. Oh, Shing taking a lot of damage here. Rotating over, you're going to see the Best once again. Spirit Ball not going to land. Best clearly just controlling a ton of space, almost undeterred. It seems like he's getting borderline invincible, but still going in. Moji needs to jump back. Oh, almost getting picked off there. Shadow Q gonna die for this one, it looks like. Emoji just doesn't have an answer. She gets picked off. Unfriendly Lad sends him back into the tower. This could actually blow him up. Almost on top of Mark. Separates himself just barely. He'll dive through. Friendly Lad gets picked off. Best is gonna back, and it looks like Kabam's gonna try to keep this tower safe, but still 2 levels down behind the Hunter. Needs to be careful. Rewind is on cooldown. All right, we're going to check back in with Bacon here. Bacon, tell us about win conditions here. What does Polyjuice need to do to get back into this one?
Stall. They need to stall and just wait and win a fight under an objective, whether it be a tier 2 or a Phoenix or even somehow 5 AM misplays a Fire Giant and they all take a lot of lava damage, but they have to win a fight under an objective, stall the game, and let Chronos get online.
See, right there, I think you missed a part of the meta. There's no more taking damage from the lava so long as they know how to dance the Fire Giant properly. Everything is avoidable from an AoE perspective now. That could be trouble.
Yeah, that's if they know the dance, which honestly isn't too hard to figure out, but
All right,
like
so
I said, they just have to win a fight under an objective. That's the only possible way they can get back in this.
Kabam finally getting him to only level 16 here. Best, predictably, level 20 before 20 minutes. The build itself is massive as well. He's in the jungle by himself, completely undeterred. In fact, he's going to tell Kabam what's for. Nice use of damage there. Actually sends... oh, wait! In the mid lane, possibly a throw here as Shing gets a little bit too greedy and gets picked off by Moji. You can see TV forced to escape there and utilize the Fountain's healing to make himself a little bit more relevant. Let's take a look at the Hand of the God situation here. 3 hands built for 5 Angry Men, only one of which is an execute right now for Fire Giant or Gold Fury. That, of course, is in the hands of Shadow Q. Mace right now pushing down the mid lane. Trying to get his team in there. They're sieging effectively. Great usage of maximum range auto attacks coming out from Mark to ensure they don't get blown up. On the other side, again, only 2 hands this time. Moji going for the split push here. It looks like she's going to back. I think she put out a decent amount of damage there. In fact, both split pushes were at least somewhat effective. A lot of damage coming into the tier 2 here on the right side. Not quite cleaned up, but they did force the rotation. Left side, a lot of damage getting wasted, but Sheng is going to be there for the rotation, and that's going to be a huge swing for him. He's already level 16. With that, could get into 17. Yes, in fact, he will with the Gold Fury, which goes uncontested once again. So 21 minutes in, Polyjuice down about 10,000 gold. Experience difference 15k. You're going to see Malfoy right now is 1 level ahead of his counterpart, but that's the only good news for Polyjuice. Kabam right now is still 3 levels behind, Friendly Lad 3 levels behind. We're going to see Shadow right now. Looks like 3 levels ahead, as well as looks like Mace is 4, or rather Mark is 4 levels ahead of off the team, which of course is Moji. Everyone seems to be having difficulty except for Malfoy right now. Looking at the board, Malfoy also the only one who's even. It should be pointed out that Friendly Lad, however, is positive. And then we have a negative score coming out from the support, the Hunter player, which is technically an assassin right now, and the solo laner.
One thing I do want to note is Kabam's damage is going to be kind of limited, even with the Doom Orb, because he went 3rd item Spirit Robe. And it just took him way too long to get Doom Orb stacked up to have an impact on the early game.
He actually is the 2nd highest damage in the game. 1st actually belonging to Potter. They just can't seem to equate that into a team wipe. Right now, TV taking way too much damage. Perfect use of Fields of Love. Gonna send it out. Best finds the first kill of the fight. Friendly Lad trying to find something. Forces Mark out. Ambush gonna be used away. Shadow pretty low right now, but should still have his ultimate available to him. Slowed down by Kabam. Forced to use his beads and run away. Beautiful use of Rewind. This could be trouble here, but they do wind up finding a kill into TV. Off the team, able to jump away. Nice damage coming out from Potter. It seems they're defending the siege pretty well and delaying the game, which is a big deal at this stage. Agni, one of the highest scaling magical users in the game. Kronos would probably be 2nd to that. 3rd would likely be Anubis. So they have 2 of the best scaling attackers in the entire game. Serket, not the best endgame, especially compared to a lot of other junglers like Alquang, but against Thor, I would say that's pretty even. Tier 2, not going to last for much longer. Friendly Lad forced to jump away there. Sheng taking some damage. Looks like off the team manages to go down there. Mace just barely getting away. Mace going back in here, doing some damage. Kabam able to repeatedly poke, and Shing's going to go up looking for Jaco. Potter in place. There could be some trouble. A lot has been used. Shadow going to find the kill. Kabam going forward on the back end. TV with a huge stun. Mace is down. Mark in some trouble here, but again, Fields of Love is going to pick up TV, and I'm sure he's yelling, how is that back up? Mid lane siege finally going to be fruitful here as they pick up the tier 2, and they're going to turn their sights, it seems, to the Phoenix. But there is a mixed reaction. Hearts go down, but everyone seems to back. Looks like they're going to turn their sights to the Fire Giant. But Polyjuice looks like they're maintaining a decent defense. They held them off for a while there, but there needs to be more farm. We need to see more split push come out. Take a look at Moji. No 2nd active yet. Same thing for TV and Potter. Taking a look at Kabam, however, there is a shielded teleport. I think I would like to see some split push action, force them away to the other side of the map, but honestly, I don't know that they'd be too scared of losing a tier 2 with how much gold they're up at this point. 5 Angry Men completely control the map, and right now Polyjuice is on the ropes. Alright, we're going to check in with Dust here. Dust, 2 actives missing on the side of Polyjuice. With Moji backing here, what do you think we're going to see?
I think Moji, honestly, it could be a toss-up between whether she wants more survivability, which could come out from an Aegis, or possibly even a Girdle if she wants to get some split push done, which hasn't been happening much this game. But TV, on the other hand, should be picking up either a shell. Honestly, it should probably be a shell. They're getting blown up in the fights really quickly, and I think it'd be a good amount of protection.
Speaking of blowing up there, Fire Giant gets taken. Sheng not quite knowing how to tank the Fire Giant effectively. Neither does Shadow. Both of them take a few shots they didn't need to. Both of whom lost their Magi's Blessing to the Fire Giant itself in situations where they didn't need to. But honestly, I don't know that they're too worried about it. They're 10 kills ahead. They're 13,000 gold. It looks like 21,000 experience. Still no level 20s on the side of Polyjuice as they pressure into the Phoenix. This is likely going to be the end of the game here. Shadow moving forward, undeterred. Everyone's starting to burn their way in. Nice wall coming out from TV, but I'm sure we're going to see the Fields of Love soon. Kabam, beautiful rewind there. Baits out the best. Still Phoenix standing, but it's going to go down here. They finally work through the siege. They do wind up getting an ultimate or two in the process. In fact, it looks like cats have been used as well. Friendly Lad goes down, not quite able to get away from the pressure. Mid lane, again, TV, the only victim of the Fields of Love, will go down. Mid lane, Phoenix is going to be ripped to shreds as Kabam with no rewind gets blown up. Titan's going to be focused. Potter's by himself, and I think this one's going to be game one, boys. 5 Angry Men's going to take it home.
So I take it it's best of 3 then?
Yes. Yep, that's going to be game one. Jaco makes a pretty strong stand there, but clearly not enough. Taking a look at the player damage before we head out. Mace actually working his way up into the top 3. Shadow Q in the top 4 with the bests Cabrakan, with Serket actually riding the bottom of the wave there. Not quite able to get her kit off in the way that she needed to. Just wasn't a good play. Great use of Sun Wukong. Clearly an underrated player in the current meta.